Hey guys, this is Vineet Pandey. So first of all, welcome to Sahitya Classes. This is my YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to UPSC, English Literature Studies, UGC NET English Literature Studies, CUET-PZ, DSSB, KV and all types of English literary studies. So now, many of you who have opted optional English but are not getting proper guidance. The problem is that the students who have opted optional English, they do not understand what exactly the syllabus is. So I'm going to talk about the syllabus of UPSC optional English. Plus a lot of students I have seen, they come from North India, South India, but the problem is most of them have not done their graduation in English. Most of them, either they have their post graduation, or many of them that I have seen, actually my personal experience is that some of them have no idea about English literature but they have opted it. First reason why to opt it: UPSC optional English syllabus is small and can be covered within 2 months. Second thing, in English literature of UPSC optional, you don't have to search a lot of material. All you have to do is you just have to prepare the required basic syllabus and then do the writing practice. With these basics, you can actually prepare for UPSC in a very limited amount of time. You can save time, you can use it for other things. So let's go for a brief introduction of syllabus. Detailed introduction of syllabus will be posted once again. Now, if you are UPSC optional English aspirant, I would request you to drop your comments, because if you comment and you answer certain things, you question certain things, I will get to know that this student is directly involved. In simple Hindi, अगर आप UPSC ऑप्शनल के स्टूडेंट हैं, अपने कमेंट्स में अपने कंसर्न्स बताइएगा, क्वेश्चंस बताइएगा, क्या दिक्कत आ रही है, कहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है। जब आप लिटरेचर पढ़ते हैं या आप पढ़ाई करते हैं यूपीएससी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, तो इंग्लिश सिलेबस में क्या क्या कंफ्यूजन्स हैं, ड्रॉप योर कमेंट्स. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द सिलेबस. This is a basic introduction of syllabus. I'm repeating. I will come with a proper narration of these things in a next video. So this is first a brief introduction. Now see this thing. When they say the main syllabus talking about 2 different papers, they mentioned these 2 points. यहाँ पे 2 point बहुत important है. They are simply saying to test a first-hand and critical reading of text prescribed from following periods of English literature. Paper 1, Paper 2. And the timings are here. What they want to check is your critical reading of the text, your first hand and critical reading. Do you just read only for story purpose, or you actually understand literature? Because literature is not merely some story, some poetry, some drama. It has hidden messages. So do you understand those hidden messages? What is your standard of comprehension? Do you have comprehending qualities? So they are trying to test the skill कि आपका critical evaluation कितना अच्छा है. And there are 2 papers. Paper 1, 1600 to 1900, and paper 2, which is modern and postmodern. Now, they are talking about the patterns that you already know: compulsory question, short note questions. You know these things. So let's go for paper 1. Let's see इन्होंने literature में कहाँ से क्या क्या लिया है. The first thing they have mentioned is a very basic thing. They have said answers must be written in English. Yes, it is a descriptive pattern. So you must do a proper practice of writing answers and make sure no grammatical mistakes. Answers एक pattern में होने चाहिए, aligned होने चाहिए, रट्टा मार के नहीं लिखना है. तो answers must be in English. Now see these important things. They have darkened this point, the Renaissance. So you have to read early Elizabethans, because before Elizabethan they are mentioning the Renaissance. So Renaissance timing starts around 1485 to 1550. That timing. So इन्होंने क्या किया? Smartly they just mentioned Renaissance, but technically they want you to read around 80 to 90 years literature. आपको ये पढ़ना है. Then Elizabethan Jacobean drama. So they want you to read drama. It means when you read drama, Elizabethan drama, you will have to read the development of drama, history of drama, types of drama, early dramatists, then who are the best comedy writers, who are best tragedy writers, what is domestic tragedy, what is romantic comedy, what is pastoral comedy, or what are revenge tragedies. तो ये आपको बहुत ढंग से पढ़ना पड़ेगा. अब देखो, though they have mentioned Shakespeare mentioned है, if students are preparing without coaching classes, so sometimes students make mistake. They just focus on King Lear and Tempest. वो सिर्फ ये दोनों पढ़ेंगे कि अच्छा सिर्फ ये पढ़ना है. ऐसा नहीं है. सिर्फ ये नहीं पढ़ना है. ये देखो क्या कह रहे हैं. Elizabethans, Jacobean drama. अब देखो यहां पे कोई जैकोबियन ड्रामेटिस्ट नहीं आ रहा, बट स्टिल दे आर आस्किंग यू टू रीड. दे कैन आस्क यू अ क्वेश्चन, डिस्कस जैकोबियन ड्रामा एंड फोकस ऑन सर्टेन इंपॉर्टेंट राइटर्स, ऐसे आ जाएगा. या टेक एग्जांपल्स ऑफ रिवेंज ट्रेजेडी एंड जस्टिफाई जैकोबियन ड्रामा, इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आ जाएंगे. तो वी हैव टू गो फॉर अ प्रॉपर स्टडी ऑफ रेनेसां एंड ड्रामा. देन मेटाफिजिकल पोइट्री अपने आप में ही इट्स अ बिग टॉपिक. दे हैव मेंशन जॉन डन, दे हैव आस्क्ड क्वेश्चंस, बट दे आर नॉट जस्ट आस्किंग वन राइटर. वो ये नहीं बोल रहे दैट ओके जॉन डन ओनली, दे आर सेइंग कंप्लीट मेटाफिजिकल पोइट्री. तो हमें कंप्लीट मेटाफिजिकल पोइट्री पढ़ के देन वी हैव टू गो फॉर John Donne and all his exclusive poetries which are mentioned. As from UPSC point of view, all these poetries I have taught in my coaching classes line by line. आपको line by line narration मिलेगा, that's very important. The epic, mock epic, it means आपको Greek epics, ancient epics and modern day mock epic, Augustan mock epic आपको prepare करना है. They have mentioned neoclassical age, satire, romantic movement, the rise of the novel and the Victorian age. In short, they are asking you to be prepared with complete British history. From here, Renaissance to here, they have actually talked about 70% British history in part 1. So if you think that you will just read these writers and you are done with it, it will be a big mistake. जो बच्चे तैयारी कर रहे हैं, don't worry, I'll teach you, I'll prepare you. Here they are asking you complete British history, but in depth, in detail, not from objective point of view. From narrative point of view, descriptive point of view, market guidebooks will not help you here. आपको descriptive analogy आनी चाहिए. They'll simply say, write about romantic movement. What made the movement romantic? So Sturm and Drang philosophy, German idealism, French Revolution. Complete narration आना चाहिए. That should be complete narration. Now, you have understood the background. Let's see the writers and the books here. William Shakespeare, King Lear. I have taught the disability concept of King Lear, which was also the question of net exam. UPSC में question आया था disability concept of King Lear, and as a teacher, I'm 10 times net qualified from University of Delhi, 3 years experience. I took 3 days to prepare the answer for that particular question. That is UPSC standard. 3 दिन लग गए थे मुझे वो आंसर बनाने में. The disability concept of King Lear. हम आपको उस हाई लेवल चीज में पढ़ाएंगे. हम ऐसे नहीं पढ़ाएंगे कि ऑर्डिनरी क्वेश्चन को ऐसे ही कर दो. I will give you quality, because when you will write, nobody will stand in your competition. Tempest, but not basic reading of Tempest. We will be going for post-colonial analysis of Tempest. Then, when I teach you John Donne, we will not only read these poetries, we'll also go for where are the conceits, where are metaphysical narrations, and along with these things, many of these poetries by John Donne are studied from post-colonial point of view, primarily this one. Oh my America, my newfound land, safeliest heaven with one man manned. ये हम बहुत प्रॉपर तरीके से पढ़ेंगे. We will study the philosophy behind this. इसमें जो निश्चय की philosophy है, the God is dead philosophy, we will apply that philosophy here. So our poetry analysis will not be the ordinary poetry analysis. Then, maximum questions are asked from John Milton. Paradise Lost is a dream of a Puritan fallen asleep over his Bible. A famous statement by Lamartine. It was a question of your exam. UPSC exam का question है as it is. We are going to read this. We will understand what is Puritanism, what is Puritan rebellion, क्या क्या हुआ था, how Milton connects Bible and Paradise Lost, and how Satan becomes hero. Around 10 plus lectures will be dealing with these things only, critical level lectures. Along with these things, Rape of the Lock, mock epic, talking about Augustan satire, plus Rape of the Lock, how it talks about the women of 18th century. Complete narration. It talks about social structure, which is a question of your UPSC exam. Discuss Rape of the Lock as a social satire. So when they say social satire, you have to cite examples. आपको बहुत सारे example देने पड़ेंगे. Hear thou great Anna, whom 3 reams obey, sometime takes counsel, sometime takes tea. No louder shriek, feet in heaven were cast when their husband or their lapdog breathed their last. ये सारा पढ़ेंगे हम यहाँ पे. Youth कैसा था? Resolved to win, he meditates the way, by force to ravish, by fraud to betray. I will be making you write down these points. Quotations ही quotations लिखोगे आप, आपके answers बहुत बेहतरीन होंगे. We will monitor your answer writings. Then William Wordsworth, romanticism, romantic movement, romantic theory. Then these famous works, their lines, quotations and commentaries from critical analysis point of view. ये हम line by line, one by one cover करेंगे. Then These poetries, the world is too much with us, and Milton, thou should be living at this hour. ये सारा cover करने के बाद, then we will have Alfred Tennyson in memoriam, Victorian writer and writing a big elegy. It took 17 years to write this elegy. जिसमें क्या है, where tears, idle tears concept है, break concept क्या है, objective correlative क्या है. We will be studying all those concepts. Then Henrik Ibsen as a social drama, feminist drama, condition of women, Doll's House से multiple questions आते हैं. Then Jonathan Swift representing again the Augustan age, Gulliver's Travels. The biggest insult of Gulliver's Travels is people think it is children's story. No, it is not children's story. Children's story नहीं है ये बहुत serious story है. I'll be teaching you how it is very serious. It is actually a critique of socialism. This was against mankind. बहुत ही खतरनाक work है ये. Then Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen, romantic novelist talking about the rural surroundings. Then Henry Fielding dealing with the age of transition and modern day boys living their life as a tramp in London. बहुत ही amazing work है. Then Charles Dickens' Hard Times, showing the reality of education, Victorians, school time. In Hard Times, Mr. Gradgrind goes to a school and says, what is a horse? So some girl comes, Sissy Jupes, and says horse is a horse. He says, no, tell me the definition of horse. What is the definition of horse? आपको आती है? Do you know the definition of horse? Write in the comments if you know the definition of horse. Then George Eliot, The Mill on the Floss, Victorians. Thomas Hardy, Victorians. They have given 3 direct books from Victorians. We have to read them line by line to understand the crux. I will be giving you crux. Don't worry, you don't have to read line by line. If you are my student, you don't have to read line by line. I will provide all complex questions sorted, all important themes and motifs in a proper lecture. आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, but yes, I will recommend some readings to be done. वो reading जरूर करनी है, but main hard work that I will do. Then Mark Twain, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, representing American life. Amazing work है, करना ही पड़ेगा. And with one work, we will have to go for American literature. There I'll be teaching you American literary history, colonial period, romantic period, realistic period, resistance period. हम Americans की बात ढंग से करेंगे. Then we go for part 2. Now in the part 2, with these basic things we already have talked about, you can see this thing what they are saying. They are saying modernism. First thing, modernism. So what is modernism? Who are the modern writers? How we understand what is modernism? What are the characteristics of modernism? What is modern poetry, modern drama, modern novel? We will have to do it. Poets of 1930s, selected poets का group है वो यहाँ पे cover करेंगे. Then the stream of consciousness, what is this technique? Who are the writers who have used it? How it is employed? ये हम पूरा करेंगे. Then postmodern literature, they are talking about absurd drama. So absurd drama में they are mentioning postmodernism. We have to read that also. क्योंकि mention था 1919s तक. So absurd drama से there are great questions which are already asked. Then comes colonialism, post-colonialism. This topic alone is a big topic, and here we will have to read some important writers so that when you answer what is colonial thing, what is post-colonial, I will teach you key terminologies of post-colonial, 30 plus key terms, so that you actually can answer a question in a proper way. Terminologies prepare karenge. Then Indian writing in English. Small title, they are asking all the Indian writers in English. सिर्फ इतना mention करके उन्होंने सब बोल दिया है. Then Marxism, psychoanalytic theory, feminist approach. When I will teach you feminist approach, first wave, second wave, third wave, fourth wave, I'll teach you the latest feminist terms, modern day studies. Then postmodernism. They are showing you a small syllabus, but they are asking you this thing. But we will cover it in details. Don't worry. It's been 5 years. I'm already teaching UPSC. We have prepared lectures on all these things, and we are working on paper solutions. We are also providing PYQs in the classes. तो आपको ये भी मिल जाएगा यहाँ पे practice session. Then let's go for these direct writers. W.B. Yeats. I fell in love with his writing when I started teaching him for UPSC. This man is next level writer. Next level. बहुत ही बेहतरीन work है. This is amazing. I'll be teaching you all the poetries line by line with proper narration, details, and the tough concepts, the hidden concepts, symbolic meanings. W.B. Yeats is known for symbolism. What is symbolism? What is the concept of simulation, simulacra in that reference? I will teach you all these things in detail. ये आपको अलग से किताब नहीं खरीदनी है. No need to buy these books. I will be providing you required material for these things. Then we have one of the most complex author, T.S. Eliot, an American writer who came to Britain. One of his toughest poetry, then the philosophical poetry, then religious poetry. We will read all these things in detail with hidden messages. Especially this one has a lot of hidden messages. This one has a lot of hidden messages. Then Auden's famous works. W.H. Auden was a big fan of W.B. Yeats. So his famous works, we will be covering. One of the best work that he has written is this one, then this one. We will also be going for this one and this one, September 1, 1939. We will read all but other works, but there we have questions. यहाँ से direct questions हैं. September 1, 1939, there was a question because it deals with Second World War. So we will be going for all these poetries. Then comes most interesting part. One of the finest story that deals with market condition, rich poor issues, a couple that lives together, John Osborne, Jimmy Porter, Allison. It's a beautiful story dealing with Marxist reference of market conditions. Then one of the greatest absurd play, then the modern day writer, poetries by Philip Larkin. क्या आप जानते हो फिलिप लार्किन की बहुत सारी पोइट्रीज अब्यूजिव हैं, कोर्स में नहीं डाल सकते. We'll be going for all these poetries of Philip Larkin. Then comes Indian writings. A.K. Ramanujan, one of the leading modern Indian poet of India. A.K. Ramanujan. One of his greatest work is Looking for a Cosy on a Swing. Then a river, Wakai river के बारे में लिखा है इन्होंने. इसके बाद of mother, among other things, he talks about his mother, then his wife, obituary for his father. All of these things are very important. हम करेंगे line by line with hidden messages and all. And yes, we will study more than this syllabus so that you are damn prepared. आपके आंसर दूसरों से बहुत बेहतर हो. Then see this thing. They have mentioned the book that if you want to buy the book, you can buy the book so that you can get all these things. No need to buy the book. I will be doing all these things. And then this is my favorite portion. The Polish English writer writing about Lord Jim dealing with the naval experience and a new kind of English. Greatest work है Joseph Conrad's. And when I will teach you Joseph Conrad, we will teach some other works like Heart of Darkness. James Joyce, one of the toughest modern work, very important. Detail में जाएंगे, stream of consciousness तक वो पढ़ेंगे, plus all other important postmodern techniques which are employed here. I will teach you all those techniques. Most of the questions are asked from here. Oedipus complex. What is son? What is lover in the story? Who is son? Who is lover? Then a post-colonial work passes to India. Colonial post-colonial work, 1924 publication, very important. That is 1913 publication. That is 1915. It is around 1902. Then Virginia Woolf, Mrs. Dalloway around 1925. Very important work. A woman living in the age of 25 and living in the age of 50. One day of this life, her life. Very important classical works. बहुत बड़े works हैं. खूबसूरत works. Then Kanthapura Raja Rao and A House for Mr. Vishwas. Another post-colonial work. This is your complete syllabus of UPSC. This is your complete syllabus of UPSC. Now, see, it is actually a brief introduction. So I want to tell you something. If you want to prepare UPSC optional English with us, in my classes, first of all, if you have no background of English literature, if you do not have any background or you are weak, don't worry. These topics I will be teaching you in my way. If you are here for the first time, check my video lectures. My style is make tough topics easy. Discuss all complex point of views, all complex theories, but make them easy. So if you do not have the base, don't worry. I can give you mentorship separately. All the UPSC registered students have my direct number. They get my personal number. So whenever they have any question, they drop it to me on WhatsApp and I reply immediately. Second thing, if you join our UPSC classes to help students, our membership is lifetime. And this lifetime is UPSC lifetime, means UPSC age. So suppose you have 6 attempts and you want to be in my classes for those 6 attempts. So you are always allowed to be the part of my class. Lifetime membership. Then We will charge fees only for English. We will charge fees only for English. But from our side, we will provide you some general lectures of a teacher who is qualified means. It is just complimentary. हमारी तरफ से free मिलेगा और ये इसीलिए मैं इसको बता रहा हूं कि we are not charging any fees for this thing. We have a faculty and she is mains qualified in Hindi. She loves to talk to students. She teaches students. So her experiences, her lectures, whatever she provides, we give it to you free of cost. That is free of cost. Only we will take the fees for English. If you join us, we will help you to do the answer writing sessions. हम आपको आंसर राइटिंग प्रैक्टिस करवाएंगे. You can do answer writing practice. You can send your answers. We read your answers. I evaluate it. Then I guide you personally. I'll be calling you or I'll be sending you voice notes or I'll be marking some lines and send it back to you to be corrected. So if you are not good at writing answers, I will be helping you to develop it. Development of vocabulary, development of answer writing patterns, and the development of understanding of literature. It will be done through the video classes. आपको ये सारी वीडियो क्लासेस मिलेंगी, सारी वीडियो क्लासेस में पढ़ाया जाएगा. Plus, every Sunday we will have a Zoom conversation to take your questions. So आपके Zoom sessions होंगे. Zoom sessions में we do literary discussions, we take questions, we discuss PYQs. Mostly PYQs discuss होते हैं. Students come with the question that sir this question was asked. So in Zoom sessions we will have a group talk, a group conversation, and for one-to-one talk, my phone number, my personal number will be given to you all. This is Vineet Pandey. If you want to join UPSC classes, we are taking admissions. Classes are going on. You can join us. Now, contact us on the given number and my team will guide you how to join UPSC. Repeating once again, your membership is lifetime till UPSC age. UPSC age lifetime. So till you get over age, you can be the part of my classes. You can learn, you can practice, you can do anything. If you are a literature lover, you can stay in the group. May God bless you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe the channel. Thank you.